This may look like an average, ordinary field, but what you're looking at right now is the spot where the United States of America was saved. Right here at this very spot in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. This is the site of the famous charge of the 1st Minnesota. Now, if you're not familiar with that, I'll be more than happy to tell you all about it. As we look over here, you'll see the monuments to the 1st Minnesota. 1st Minnesota, 262 men. Didn't speak a word of English. German immigrants, most of them, if not all of them. And on day 2 of the Battle of Gettysburg, approximately 4:30 p.m., the Union line was breaking. Dan Sickles' 3rd Corps had been thoroughly thrashed. They were in retreat. The Union line had developed a gigantic hole, and the Confederates were looking to exploit that hole. If they exploit that hole, if they get in between, they divide the Union Army in two, and very likely we're looking at a Confederate victory here at Gettysburg. General Hancock, who was in charge of the battle at that moment, at this part of the field, he looked around and all he saw was this small group of men, and he rode up and he said, "My God, is this all the men I have?" And they said, "Yes, sir. 262 men of the 1st Minnesota. Now we're going to be tasked with defending and plugging the gap, going up against an entire brigade of Confederates. Outnumbered 6-1. This 1st Minnesota, we're told, fix bayonets and charge. Take those colors." There was no great speech. Simply charge and take those colors. And they did it. And then they did it without hesitation. 262 men from Minnesota fixed bayonets on what they knew was a suicide mission. And they charged directly into this brigade of Confederates. And as the charge commenced, the Confederates were astonished at what they were seeing. Many of them retreated. The first line backed up and retreated in confusion. Fighting ensued. 1st Minnesota on that day suffered 82% casualties. But they did what they had to do. They gave the Union Army time to bring up more reserves. And in that moment, outnumbered again 6-1, 1st Minnesota, against all odds, saved the day for the United States of America at this very spot in the great historic town of Gettysburg. Right here where I'm standing, the United States of America was saved by the 1st Minnesota. I invite you to do more research on them, to learn more about the historic charge. Amazing standing here where history was made 158 years ago. 1st Minnesota. Amazing.